One of the fears that the business owners fear is getting notice from the income tax department. What are the mistakes done by the business owner to attract tax notices? What areas should you pay attention to? What are those bad practices? Here in this video, I'll give you a clear view on how to avoid notice from the income tax department. Hi, my name is CA Jithendar Patel and I am on a mission to help small and medium enterprises with hassle-free statutory compliances. One of the fears that the business owner fears is getting notice from the income tax department. Here are the 5 tips to avoid it. Number 1. Timely statutory compliances. This is one of the most common ways of getting tax notices. There are certain compliances which are missed generally by the business owners, like no or short payment of TDS, not filing TDS and income tax return on time, and so on. Any non-compliances will certainly attract the income tax notice. The best way to reduce lapses in the statutory compliances as mentioned above is to have an internal audit in place. The internal auditor checks whether all the statutory compliances are done timely and in an accurate manner, and also help in plugging the cost and revenue leakages in the organization. Tip number 2. Accurate statutory compliances. It may so happen that the gross profit or the net profit reported by the company is lower than the benchmark available with the income tax department. Then also, it is most likely to receive an income tax notice. Many business owners fall into this trap of reporting lower profit either by showing lower closing stock or by showing more expenses in order to pay lower tax. The benchmark gross profit and net profit of any business is available with the income tax department with a click of a button, and hence reporting inaccurate profit will not work. Moreover, the income tax department is having a lots of data from the bank, GST portal, customs, and many other government departments. With this data, it is easy for the income tax department to know whether the company has reported actual profit or not. The best way to avoid this kind of notices is to report correct and accurate profit and do tax planning to lower tax rather than resorting to unfair practices. Tip number 3. Not filing income tax return. Many business owner fails to file their income tax return in spite having income more than basic exemption limit. This is the surest way to attract income tax notice. One of the client has come to me with an income tax notice having made a deposit of cash of 20 lakhs in a savings account and not filing his income tax return. He had to go through a lot of pain and fear in order to explain the source of this 20 lakhs to the income tax department. The best way to avoid these notices is to file accurate income tax return within due date. The due date for filing income tax return for individual is 31st July 2022 and for the audit cases it is 30th September 2022. Tip number 4. Selling the capital assets at lower than the government value. As per section 50C of the Income Tax Act, if the asset is sold at a value less than the government value, then the government value shall be taken as the sale consideration for the purpose of capital gain calculation. Many taxpayers report a sale consideration which is lower than the government value and thus attracting the income tax notice. Tip number 5. Value of assets purchased is more than the income reported. It may so happen that the income reported in the income tax return over the year is less than rupees 3 lakhs per annum and the asset is purchased worth more than rupees 2 crores. In this case, the income returned is much less than the value of property bought. This is the surest way of attracting the income tax notice. Hence, it is important to be a law-abiding citizen and file correctly and accurately the income tax returns. Do tax planning but not tax avoidance. So correct these 5 mistakes to avoid the notice from the income tax department. Do like and share the video if this is useful. For more informative videos, do subscribe my channel. This is CA Jithendar Patel signing out. See you in my next video.